Did I misunderstand that one, Zephyrnix? Did I? Because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, let's look at Truth Be Told's video.
Disc bait.
Great. So, let's see what Truth Be Told's video says.
And continue to demand. Just heard you there. When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game.
Disc. Did he say disc?
When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game. They can trade in the game at retail, sell it to another person, lend it to a friend, or keep it forever.
Trade in retail? Retail, huh? Sell it to another person, lend it to a friend. Huh, what are they talking about? And what was that on that screen? Can we go back and look at that? What's it say right there? It says on the screen, disc-based games.
Oh. Maybe Zephyrnix didn't see that part of that video. You know, in the same E3 conference where Zephyrnix got this video. Because there it is, right there in the background.
If you enjoy playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
He's talking about single-player games on Zephyrnix video. Why, Truth Be Told's video, well, I skipped a little bit, but who cares, is actually saying disc-based games.
So I made sure I put that part in there. I had to put 3 extra, 13 I think it was, where Sony talked about DRM. They specifically said no disc-based DRM. So I made sure I put that part in there to make sure I got no kind of confusion whatsoever.
Oh, no confusion. We're not confused, Zephyrnix. We are not fucking confused. Please keep going.
Regarding, you know, what I was talking about here. So if they were talking about disc-based DRM in E3, obviously I'm talking about digital DRM, which, for the record, the guy in the video was talking about digital DRM too. The problem is that apparently the PlayStation community didn't get that memo. Again.
Yeah, you didn't show that part of the memo. You showed
offline, PS4 won't. Playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
You showed that clip. Why Truth Be Told showed this. In your video, he said single-player games.
If you enjoy playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
Single-player games. Your video said single-player games. Truth Be Told showed disc-based games. You said disc-based games that you showed in your last video. That's what we call bullshit.
Then it gets worse too. My video kind of caught some unwanted attention from different people. And no, I'm not talking about StonefoxMedia. To me, a grown-ass man getting that mad over some consoles, that's not unwanted attention to me. That's entertainment. This, however, was, I guess, stemming from unwanted attention. And that is the whole situation regarding Yoshida. Apparently, one of the guys who viewed my video, subscribed to me, I believe he is, went ahead and posted a tweet to Yoshida. So Yoshida responded with, he saw it and he said that the E3 presentation was about disc-based games. Digital games have had DRM since the beginning.
Yeah, and Yoshida said that because at the end of your clip, let's repeat that.
Enjoy playing single-player games offline. PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
That was your clip on your video.
Beginning of PlayStation Network in
That's what he was doing. He was clarifying what was going on with that video.
2006. It also went ahead. He also went ahead to go ahead and agree with this guy. He said it makes sense. Got to protect your investment. Keep up the good work at PlayStation. And this guy at the bottom says thanks for your support. Now, I'm looking at this too, what he said right here. Now, I am going to go into this in later on, but I just want to point this out. This will stem from the first part of the attention that was kind of unwanted, because then it led on to more stuff. And it gets worse because this particular one came out too. This is actually from Video Blend, and they actually promoted the video saying PS4 DRM video is trying
I didn't bother linking to this.
to go viral. Now, this is what I meant by people making up their own information and not actually asking what's going on. I actually did not want the video to go viral at all. I just asked a question. But of course,
Single-player games offline. PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
Didn't want the video to go online. It didn't want the video to go viral. Then why did you put that ending on there? Just asking.
yeah, people like this, they want to go ahead and defend their PlayStation at any cost. So Mr. William Usher decided to go ahead and try this. Now, me personally, yeah, I would definitely go ahead and, oh, okay, it's ran by children. Oh, okay, well, that actually answers my question now.
30 and 20-year-olds are children now? That's a first for me.
Never mind. Not children, young bucks. Okay, that actually answers the
20 to 30-year-olds. You just showed a bunch of 20 and 30-year-olds. Maybe even a few teens in there.
question. So, yeah, the video was
And I know they're 20 to 30-year-olds because I could clearly see them on the fucking picture. But keep going.
not intended to go viral here. And, of course, he takes a lot of things outside of scope of what it meant to be. Such as this part right here, where it says, the guy who uploaded the video, YouTuber user Zephyrnix, declined to comment about who the video originally belonged to or any information about the video. Only
Came from a Facebook account. When I put up my video claiming that, saying wherever you got the video from, I don't have a Facebook account, Zephyrnix. Or at least I kind of do, but it's a dumping ground for PS4 so I can take some clips off my PS4 and put them on my computer. But I don't really use Facebook, like at all. It's just a dumping ground for my PS4 crap.
stating, despite lies from other people, I don't give out personal information. This came from a personal account. Keep in mind,
And I also want to add, I do not have a Twitter account as well.
I already posted a personal account earlier. That's because he already gave me the information. But then he goes down here to say, well,
Sorry, my computer was a little hacking up there and it just stopped the video for some weird reason. But I got it fixed.
well, we can see why Zephyrnix did not want to divulge any further details, as he could become accomplice to fanboy warmongering. No, actually, the reason why is because I had no information. I was looking for information. So this is why you need to be.
When you're looking for information, put a more appropriate ending to it. Disc-based games. You put... Oh, what was it, Jack Tritton?
By playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
Single-player games online.
Careful about which website that you go to, because websites like this Gaming Blend right here,
There's a reason why I was going to talk about a little bit of gaming blend. I'm not going to show you, but you can look in Zephyrnix's past videos. Just, right click on where it says Zephyrnix down here, and then go to his homepage, or just click it, and it'll take you to his homepage, and then go into his video area, and then just go into his upload video list, and just keep scrolling down for a while. You'll find that during his owning the PlayStation fanboys back in the Xbox 360 era, Xbox 360 versus the PS3, that Zephyrnix would use Gaming Blend as a fucking point of pwning PlayStation fanboys. Gaming Blend. He used their site back in the day a couple of times. It's right there on your fucking videos, Zephyrnix. And, of course, back in the day, Zephyrnix had good reasons for owning, the PlayStation fanboys. Because, as I stated, the PS3 was shit. And I'm going to repeat that again. The PS3 was shit, and the Xbox 360 was a better machine. The problem that I'm seeing in this video so far, and in the past video, is that Zephyrnix can't get over that. He can't get into the newer era that... How can I say this? Sony has come up with a better machine and a cheaper price, and Microsoft are the ones doing all the mistakes that Sony did back then. And I know that change hurts Zephyrnix, but it happens. Change happens all throughout our lives, and things are not what they used to be anymore. We don't have a complete idiot of a president anymore who basically left an entire town of New Orleans drowning. We now have a more competent president, in my view. Of course, I think I lost a couple of people on that one. But, yeah, change happens. Things are not always what they are. What was good back then may be crap now. I just don't think you are... I think you're just one of those people that when you see change coming around and things changing, you can't get over that. You want to continue owning the Sony fanboys, but there's nothing there to own. And by the way, I went through your little comments down here, and nearly everybody was all saying what I was saying. It was that the primary Sony settings, using this PlayStation as my primary PlayStation, that was the problem. And that's what we all knew what was going on. I haven't seen that one person in these comments who suddenly went batshit crazy and well, actually I may have seen a few, but I haven't seen that many comments where somebody would say, there's no DRM at all in PlayStation 4. And then, I saw Truth Be Told's video, which pretty much just explains exactly what the fuck was going on. That it was disc-based games that has no DRM or any of that shit on there. The impossible's happened, ladies and gentlemen. Truth Be Told owns Zephyrnix.
Run around giving false information on stuff that they could have actually resolved by simply asking. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I spent all this time explaining you. So there you go. But before I deactivated my account on PlayStation Network website, I made the bait video. So
And there you go. You made a bait video. A troll video. You're trying to explain that video, this video, is not a troll video. But you just said it's a bait video.
you go. Yeah, it wasn't anything about trolling you or anything like that.
Then why did you make a bait video? A bait video is a troll video.
It was just a simple guy who actually had no idea what was going on regarding his PlayStation, to the point where he decided to go ahead and make a video. I responded by making a video onto my channel to go.
You made the title this, and then he said you put disk-based systems on the back, but really it was a tiny little picture that most people could barely fucking see.
Enjoy playing single-player games offline.
And that was basically what Jack Tritton said.
Go ahead and get an answer, only for you guys to expose your own sensitivities and take it as a troll video, as a viral
How the yeah, it's a troll video.
video, anything like that, when it wasn't even meant to be anything like that.
Enjoy playing single-player games offline. PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically. We believe in the model that people embrace today with PlayStation 3 and continue to demand. Just heard you there. When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game.
Disc. Did he say disc?
When a gamer buys a PS4 disc, they have the rights to use that copy of the game. They can trade in the game at retail, sell it to another person, lend it to a friend, or keep it forever.
Trade in retail? Retail, huh? Sell it to another person? Lend it to a friend? Huh, what are they talking about? And what was that on that screen? Can we go back and look at that? What's it say right there? It says on the screen, disc-based games.
Yep. That was, truth be told, being more clear about his video than you were.
However, I gotta say, there's been a lot of exposure going on, and it was none on me. For one, there's actually PlayStation gamers out who honestly believe that this is not DRM. Like, they honestly believe that PlayStation has absolutely no DRM. Even though Yoshida claimed...
I'm gonna pause it there. Yeah, some people did say that, and I did say that. But I also looked through the comments that were down here in your... Not everybody said that. Most of these people actually had helpful things where they basically said exactly what I said. It's a setting in PlayStation 4. Using this PlayStation as your primary setting was all fucked up.
even said on his Twitter that this...
But what's even more funnier is that this DRM is also on Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Zephyrnix here isn't going to say anything like that. He ain't going to acknowledge it. But it's there on those systems as well. And the reason why is because of what happened with the smartphone area. You know, a bunch of apps were being traded around. Like iOS, where you can go in, take away one person's account, then sign in under your own account, download a program, and then have that person re-sign back into his account. And then guess what? He now just got a free app that his buddy paid for. It's not a fucking joke, Zephyrnix. I tried the trick out a couple of times. It works.
This is, in fact, DRM. It's digital DRM on the digital games, but it's DRM altogether. Number two, going to the Cinema Blend website here. Anyone who watches Cinema Blend, I highly advise you not to go ahead and do videos on Cinema.
You mean like how you used to use Cinema Blend?
I highly advise you just to leave Cinema Blend alone. I don't know who this William Usher is, but I will say this, man. If you're going to be a gaming, or if you're going to be a journalist, the first thing you might want to do is go ahead and talk to the source in order to go ahead and get valid information. You basically...
Didn't have to talk to the source. You saw the ending of your video. You got Jack Tritton saying single-player games. And you said in this video disc games. Why, truth be told, was saying exactly what it was. Disc-based games.
Took what you thought was right, and you went ahead and just ran with it. That is, like, seriously. Like, that is... I got no respect for that. Absolutely not. You're like the Fox News of journalism right now. Right with StonefoxMedia up there.
Actually, you're more like Fox News. That was quote mining up the wazoo.
But seriously, no, actually, that was seriously. Another thing is the whole Yoshida thing. Now, it's a couple of things that don't make sense. Let me go ahead and tell you what Yoshida said. He said, without DRM, it would be easy to work around the system to have many copies of a game with one purchase or no purchase at all. No purchase of all actually does not work. You would have to go ahead and actually have at least one purchase in order to go ahead and get the digital copy. Duh. Number two, no, you actually don't need a DRM. What you can actually do is go ahead and make sure that your hard drive is not compatible with FAT32 or NTFS, and then it would not be readable on a PC. And
they are pretty readable. And it is pretty easy. The only one you can't get anything off of is Xbox One, because Xbox One doesn't allow you to hook up external hard drives, and you can't remove the fucking hard drive and plug it into your computer. Well, actually you can, but it voids your warranty. And in the links below, I'm going to put a video of a guy who opened up his Xbox One, replaced the hard drive, and he cloned it with an application on his Windows. He did. I'm going to put that link at the bottom. You can clone, put PlayStation 4 hard drives, or any kind of hard drives, no matter what format they're in. And essentially, you're also forgetting that Xbox One is, how can I say this? Windows 8 with a more Windows 8-ish or Windows Phone kind of interface. But don't worry, that link's going below. I don't have time to go look for that fucking video and pull it up.
therefore, you would not have to worry about trading games, because I don't think you can copy games back and forth on the PlayStation. If you can, you're stupid for that, Sony. That's number two. Number three, another thing I don't...
You're basically saying that PlayStation 4s can't play PlayStation 4 hard drives. That's essentially what you said. And by the way, we're going to have the ability soon, when that update comes, to put video files on memory sticks or USB sticks and then plug it into our computer.
don't understand is this. So wait, so you guys want to protect your investments on digital games, but then you okay with not protecting your investments on disc-based games? Why? That doesn't make any sense.
I think I pretty much was clarified what happened. You got the mess of what happened with smartphones, especially with iOS.
So that sounds hypocritical to me. So, excuse me, I got burp here. So why is it that you don't want to go ahead and you're okay with used games, but then you're not okay with digital games?
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's defending Microsoft's DRM policies.
With no DRM on digital games, but I don't understand that. I know Sony fanboys are going to defend this to the day they die.
Oh, we're getting to the interesting part now.
It's what they do, I don't know, but yeah, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. That sounds like some hypocritical bullshit. Another thing is this. Well, okay, I get that, but you were so
hypocritical. That's funny.
Adamant about making sure that we all understood what DRM was all about on disc-based games. So why didn't you make sure that why weren't you adamant about making sure that we understood what DRM was regarding digital games? You know what I mean? I find that a little bit...
As I said before, this is your video.
If you enjoy playing single-player games offline, PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
And that was Truth Be Told's video, which I've already played, and it's kind of long, so I'm not going to play it again. You said single-player videos. You got the clip of Jack Tritton saying single-player games.
Problematic right there too. They went through all this trouble, literally two different what do you call it? Events, if you will. There you go, events. E3, I think the Tokyo Game Show is the next one, or something like that, to make sure that everyone understood that you are open for used games and all that, and how you had no DRM, but at the same time, you have digital DRM, but you weren't willing to go ahead and make sure that everyone understood that.
And yet Microsoft does the same fucking thing. Their digital DRM is implanted in Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Bet you didn't know that. But then again, I'm going to put a link down below of a guy who cloned his Xbox One hard drive and was able to put in a different hard drive with Windows products.
That's a problem for me, you know? No one else has a problem with that? Oh, right, I forgot, because it's Sony. I forgot. What was I thinking? Anyway.
Yeah, no one can read fucking Microsoft's hardware on their Xbox One. That's fucking possible.
I'm going to stop it here. I can go on and on forever about comments that people...
Please don't.
...are actually making in the comments.
Yeah, let's talk about those comments again. Like I said, some of these people actually had advice.
Section here. Some people are actually saying, "Oh, Zephyrnix, you're just a troll. You're just a troll." Well,
it was only a small handful. I read nearly all those comments.
Question, bro. If you think I'm a
well, actually, a lot of people thought you were a troll because they saw the real ending of your video.
Troll, then why did you fall for the troll bait? Like, you literally came.
If you're not trolling, then why did you just call it troll bait?
Into my channel, gave me a view, gave me a comment, pretty much building up my channel, and then you think you're owning.
And that is trolling. He just described trolling, ladies and gentlemen.
Me because you called me a troll? And then you got people out there who actually is passing off wrong information based, and then, you know, making videos with wrong information.
Actually, he was kind of right, because one of the things he did was that he removed the primary PlayStation switch. Or, you know, the little box. He unchecked that. Said, you know, this little box that says, make this my primary PlayStation. The guy in that video... The guy in this video pretty much did that. I'm not going to go look for that little bit, but he did. Right near the end. And he was explaining it over and over and over. Unchecking the box that says, make this my PlayStation. My primary PlayStation.
And then you got people out there who are copying the, who went back to my channel just to go ahead and copy that in there. So let me get this straight. You made a comment in my video already, gave me a view, and then you went ahead and found this other guy's video here. So you went down.
Yeah, Zephyrnix, you were not trolling. You were not fucking trolling.
There, clicked on back onto my video, gave me another view, only to go ahead and post this video in there, give me another comment. So you literally gave me 2 comments. And then you got people like Nico Bellic, rather. That's the actual name on there. You know where that name is from. But this guy actually lived on this particular video longer than I have. Like, seriously, this guy was actually on my video longer than I was. Alex, whatever, you know, the guy who has Trayvon Martin as a picture, you already know. I mean, he say what you want, buddy, but I noticed that you are always on any PlayStation this video that I do. And here's the thing, a lot of people's like hating on the Xbox fanboys too. And it's like, well, look at the Xbox, you tricked them too. Actually, no. If you look at what the Xbox fanboys are saying, they're simply saying that it has DRM. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Remember Next Gen 720, he had a video up here saying DRM exposed. Let's see if we can find it. No. No, that's before. Oh, that's right. He either made the video private or he just took it off. Oh, that's alright. Because, truth be told, did something amazing. He saved the fucking video and put it on his. Excuse me. I guess that was my fault for not having that ready. But anyways, let's see what Next Gen 720 had to say.
PlayStation 4. You know, at the E3, they emerged as being the white knight, and, you know, they didn't have no DRM. Jack Tritton took the stage, and remember they was handing each other games behind the stage, and this how we trade our games, and X all this shit, you know what I mean? Sony wasn't for the DRM, so when they listened to the gamer, Jack Tritton said out of his mouth, no DRM. So the fans here, they're jumping up, they're screaming via Twitter. The guy here named Justin, he said, hey, motherfucker, hey, Yoshida, I thought the motherfucking PS4 had no DRM. And Yoshida responded. He said the E3 presentation was about disc-based games. He said digital game has always had DRM since the beginning of 2006. Yoshida, you're full of shit. Sony, you're full of shit, because Jack Tritton took that stage and he said our console would have no DRM.
Did you get that one?
The guy who has Trayvon Martin as a picture, you already know. I mean, he say what you want, buddy, but I noticed that you are always on any PlayStation disc video that I do. And here's the thing: a lot of people's like hating on the Xbox fanboys too. And it's like, well, look at the Xbox, you tricked them too. Actually, no. If you look at what the Xbox fanboys are saying, they're simply saying that it has DRM. Yes, they are responding to the fact that you guys out there, a lot of you placing, as I prove right here, I will post a picture back here if I forgot to go ahead and do it again. But here's a picture, example of how PlayStation.
And here's an example of an Xbox fanboy of one of your friends saying the fucking opposite to promote his Xbox.
PlayStation 4. You know, at the E3, they emerged as being the white knight, and, you know, they didn't have no DRM. Jack Tritton took the stage, and remember they was handing each other games behind the stage, and this how we trade our games, and X all this shit, you know what I mean? Sony wasn't for the DRM, so when they listened to the gamer, Jack Tritton said out of his mouth, no DRM. So the fans here, they're jumping up, they're screaming via Twitter. The guy here named Justin, he said, hey, motherfucker, hey, Yoshida, I thought the motherfucking PS4 had no DRM. And Yoshida responded. He said the E3 presentation was about disc-based games. He said digital game has always had DRM since the beginning of 2006. Yoshida, you're full of shit. Sony, you're full of shit, because Jack Tritton took that stage and he said our console would have no DRM.
And yet, it said disc-based games. And you put, at the end of your video, Zephyrnix,
Enjoy playing single-player games offline. PS4 won't require you to check in online periodically.
and like I said, it does say disc-based games, but it's tiny and most people don't play in full screen. Somebody here's quote mining.
Gamers actually believe that there is no DRM on the actual
Fucking
system.
troll my ass.
They believe that there is no DRM. Like Sony doesn't do DRM whatsoever. I'm going to rephrase that. They believe that Sony doesn't do DRM whatsoever. Honestly. And hey, you can't refute it now because...
And I'm going to say, truth be told, his video said that he also claimed that there were even PlayStation 4 owners who thought there was no DRM on PlayStation 4. and that this video, he told them to even click to that video. But even Truth Be Told admitted, a Sony fanboy admitted that there were other Sony fanboys who thought this bullshit.
It's right there in black
But you were not clear in your last video.
and white and blue. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this right now. There's no need for me to continue right there. So you got all your answers. Hey, if you want to cry, feel free. Feel free. Your tears are delicious. Peace and love. I'm out.
Yeah, you're not a fucking troll neither. Now we're going to get on to why I made this video. I didn't make a recording of this. After my last video, I suddenly got a call from Samuel the Tech Geek. You should know him. Samuel said that I was attacking mostly black people. Let me put it to in words. He was complaining about me going up against that video. And then called him the freaking racist. I voted for Obama twice. And I'm standing up for this guy as well. And I'm a fucking racist. Let that one